Thank you for joining Track to Hell. My name is Lewis. We're here with Agnes from Coven. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. It's a lovely day here in Glasgow and we're about to play with Faitooth, who are one of my favourite bands. Hometown show for us, so it's always an exciting day. So yeah, feeling very good.
So, got a couple questions for you regarding your recent album, which by the way is congratulations for it because it is an amazing album.
Thank you.
So regarding one of the songs from the album, Bodies, I was wondering how many voices were recorded for Bodies and how did it come to fruition, let's say?
Yeah.
So was that something that you already had in the back of your head or during the process of recording?
So I knew that I wanted to use the voice as an instrument on the whole album, and that was something that really was in my mind from the start of Coven, really. I wanted to use the voice like a Greek chorus, like a choir, rather than individual like lead and backing vocal, which is not a common production choice. So I wanted this like wall of like female sound, right? I wanted to just really use the voice like to its fullest capacity. So I think there are 5 different tracks. So there's I've got a naturally alto voice, but I can reach up a little bit. So there are sort of bass, there's alto, there is a sort of soprano layer, and then there's a counter harmony, and then there's the kind of main melody. That might be 6. But yeah, so I wanted to layer them all, and yeah, it was something that as soon as I started to hear it come together, I knew that was something I really wanted to lean into in that track.
Regarding Embers,
yes.
I was wondering if you could tell us a bit about the backstory, let's say, for the lyrics.
Yeah, so Embers is one of the songs on the album that means the most to me personally. It is a song about queer love, women loving women, and in a time where that would result in certain persecution, and that's still happening around the world. But it was inspired by a book called Devotion by a writer called Hannah Kent, who's this incredible novelist. The story is about 2 Lutheran girls who fell in love as teenagers, and I won't spoil the book, but it really got me thinking about the fact that people are able to be together and you know, today, much more than you were able to previously, but that's still not happening evenly everywhere. And so there was a lot of sorrow, which is the name of the album obviously, and pain in that as well, and I really wanted to try and bring that to life in a way that, you know, in a medium that you don't normally hear. Like you'll see a lot of kind of queer stories in films, and you'll see them, you know, in TV and in books and things too, and often the characters are treated quite poorly or on a really kind of shallow level. Yeah. And so rather than tell a story, I thought let's just like dial into the emotion and try and share that. So yeah, it's one of those ones that like always makes me tear up when I sing it, and I actually started crying when I was recording it as well. But yeah, that's what Embers is about, and I hope that that when people hear it, that they can kind of hear the genuine emotion in it as well. Aye,
definitely. Well, at least personally speaking, I can guarantee that it does happen because the lyrics are just amazing.
Thank you.
And it's a beautiful song all in all, so...
I love singing it. So.
Another thing, what made you choose Coven as the name of the band? And what made you feel as if the band is like a witch gathering? Because, well, Coven is a witch gathering.
Exactly. Okay, well, I'll come to the name part first. It's a shame I just put my phone away because I would show you. I had a list of about 500 names and I couldn't quite arrive at the right thing. It was just that I'll know it when I see it. We'd gone down to the old Coven church, which is actually on a Viking burial ground, and they have this incredible pagan curator there, and he was telling us that in this part of Scotland, which was Old Strathclyde, they used to speak a form of Old Welsh. So if you're looking at the kind of the prehistory of Scotland, in this part, right the way up the west coast of Scotland, they spoke a form of Welsh. And so I was like, I wonder if I took a word that I liked and put it into Welsh. And as soon as I saw it written down, I was like, yes, that's it. And I think as well, the other thing for me is like in the UK, England gets a lot of like it gets a lot of media representation. I think the Celtic peripheries get less so, and I think there's a real connection between like Ireland and Wales and Scotland as well. So I thought, yeah, let's try that, let's use it. And as soon as I saw it and told the guys, they loved it as well. And coming back to the second part of that, what makes us feel like a coven? And I think it is, it's not necessarily something a cult. It's a gathering of wise women. Is what a Coven was, and the guys are my wise women. I don't know if they know that, but they are, right? And for me, when we come together, when we make music, it's like it's a form of ritual. It feels like a form of magic. In the way that we are setting intention, we're doing something, we're creating something together, and you never quite know what's going to come out the other side of it. So that for me was really important. Also, I'm from a part of Scotland where there were a lot of women who were persecuted as witches, and I think for me it's like it was just like all those threads came together, and it felt like the perfect name.
Interesting, very interesting. So you mentioned at the start that you weren't too comfortable with showing your songs to your friends, to the band. So what made you change your mind and decide to go ahead and share them?
Yeah, so I think it was a couple of things. Like I'd stopped playing for a few years, focused on other things. Then COVID came around, and that was really a period where you kind of evaluate your life, and I felt like I really needed to be making music again. So that was kind of the genesis for me starting to write again, quite intensively. I wasn't in a place where I felt relaxed enough or confident enough in the direction that I was going, and I think as I said before, I tend to be quite intuitive about it's either that or it's not.
Yeah.
And that all of the things that I was writing felt like the seeds of something. And so I'd started it as a sort of dark wave project. So it was like me and some synthesizers. And then Guy went away on tour and came back, and at that point I'd had a kind of a flash of inspiration. I was like, no, this is a metal band. And I'd gone into the studio and I'd written back to back, I'd written Bodies and Wolfsbane over 2 days, which is me. I had my bass, I had my guitar, I had some drum tracks, and I went down to my studio, and the songs kind of just came out fully formed. And it was as soon as I had these 2 songs where I was like, okay, I think this is time to share them. It just felt right. And I knew that Guy would kind of be my barometer. He would tell me whether there was something that was worth following or not. And he, as soon as he heard them, he was like, yeah, let's do this. So yeah.
Interesting. So there was something that you wrote in social media and Instagram, actually, that stuck with me quite a bit. And I quote here: taking invisible things like mood, memory, hunger, and making something with equal parts purpose and mystery. Raw ingredients transmuted into something special. Would you consider yourself and all of the band members, all of Coven, as someone who is hungry to create, to experiment?
Yeah, I would say so, and I think a lot more now that we're a little bit older and we're a lot more comfortable in the things that we like to do. I think when we were younger, we maybe would have cleaved more to genre or style, and I think now we've just got, we're a lot more relaxed about what we're doing, and because it comes from a place of trust and we like playing together, I think it creates this thing that's kind of more than the sum of its parts, where we just kind of love to create together. And I think as soon as we started playing together and we heard how, the songs have started to transform and change when all 4 of us were playing together, that has given us that hunger. And then seeing other people respond to it as well, we're like, okay, well, where could this go? Like, people seem to really like what we're doing, and we all really like making music, so I guess we'll make more.
Very good. Did you expect Sorrows to be received in such a spectacular manner? Because let's be honest, sold out on the pre-sale. And we got to admit that Coven has taken the UK's underground music scene by storm, and you are making a very loud statement with your music, with providing some real quality music, because let's be honest, it's what you guys do is brilliant. So was that something that you were expecting, or not at all?
No. I think when we decided to make the album, we were kind of doing it for ourselves, because we've been playing this music for a year and a half together. At that point, we were like, we should capture this, even if it's just for us. And the idea was, if we play a couple more shows off the back of that would be great. But as soon as we'd written the songs, and as soon as we heard the whole thing, I think we all sort of came online in a way where we're like, oh, this is we think we've made something quite good. But then you end up in this little loop of self-doubt, because we've been listening to it for a year now, and then you're like, are other people going to like it? And the first thing we got was we got 4 out of 5 in Kerrang, and then we got an 8 out of 10 in Metal Hammer. We're like, okay, this is odd. What's happening? And then it's kind of continued, and then last week we ended up in the download charts next to Bruce Springsteen, which is one of the most surreal things I have ever seen in my life. I never thought I would see that, and it's so surprising. It's absolutely wild to me. All I wanted to do was make good music that people would want to come and see, and we loved the album just for us. And you're in quite a vulnerable position, saying we've created something, now it's out in the world. And to just see the reception is like, it's absolutely mind-blowing. It's absolutely surreal. Like I can't believe it.
Yeah, well, as I said, it is a brilliant album, honestly, and it's the hype it's getting. It's very well deserved, definitely.
Thank you so much.
So, last but not least, what's next for Coven? After reading your posts on social media, it made me feel that you never stopped creating one way or another. So is it safe to say that there's a second album brewing in the cauldron?
Oh yeah, there's already enough songs for a second album and then some. So it's going to be a bit of curation, I guess. Like we're obviously going on tour starting today, which is cool. And then we've got some other shows off the back of that. And then we're really excited to do some more writing again. So there'll be things that we want to revisit, and there will be maybe some new ideas that will come. That we want to explore a bit more. So that's basically it. Is like play more shows, play lots more shows, I hope, because we love playing live, and I think it's the best way to hear the songs. And then write lots more so we can keep it going. But I mean, if this is all that ever happens, it's been the most magical thing I've ever experienced in my whole life.
Well, let's hope it's not. Let's hope there's much more to come. And much more opportunities to see you guys live and listen to your new music. So thank you very much, Agnes, for your time.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Absolute pleasure. And we'll be wrapping up, and I'll be seeing you
See you in there soon.
up on the stage.